what is going on with the Habs? There seems to be a lot of excitement.
Shit.
There seems to be a lot of, some groundswell,
Wow.
and there's a lot of excitement coming out of you, to the point where you sent me a video about it, and I watched it, and it was like we are witnessing history in the making.
Isn't that great?
And there's a lot happening for the Habs that seem to be lighting up. So last time we yelled about puck dumping.
Yeah.
What's happening now?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm trying to temper myself because you just kind of threw that at me as a surprise, but yeah.
You wanted to talk about
times are good.
It didn't come up last time.
Times are good.
So let's get around to it. If you are a fan of the Montreal Canadiens, the hockey team, things are happening.
If you were gone, now's the time to watch. It's like basically
Reggie,
the most exciting offense. It's the most exciting offensive team that the Habs have had since probably the 1980s, I would say. Okay.
So I remember when we were talking over burgers, and you kind of described that it's not enough to know that once upon a time there was a dynasty and a good the cup and all that stuff was a part of the past. And you said everyone who's a fan wants to be an adult and see it.
Yeah.
When you're an adult.
Yeah. Like, think about it. Like, if you're a Maple Leafs fan and you're born after 1967, you've never seen your team win, right?
Yes. Counterpoint, our houses have not burnt down.
That's fine.
Our homes are still here.
It's just material.
You know,
the homes are things.
It's not like the only cop cars aren't the only things that get lit up. You know, so
Yeah. And it's pretty hype because like our last title, hockey.
You mean stick?
The last time that we won the Habs was in '93, and we had an okay team with stars, but not superstars, except for like the goalie, Patrick Roy. And he kind of like carried, and we grinded games like overtimes and wins, and we got the cup. And after that, drought.
Okay.
Right?
Can I?
Sure, you can interject.
Even questions, more so. When I was growing up, right, obviously, but Gretzky, that's the great one, and so on. And nowadays, there was a swerve that wasn't great for non-hockey reasons. But Patrick Roy was also like the one that everyone who was playing at recess was like trying to be him.
Yes. Right?
That was the deal. And that was the name that came up. And that was like everyone I went to school with, that's all we talked about. And if I'm not mistaken, like, wasn't there also a sullying of the legacy there too, based on the size of pads?
Oh, no. Nowadays, everybody has big pads, and it's fine.
Okay, so
it's fine.
I remember a moment where it was like, wait, is it because he's using pads that are bigger than others it's kind of cheating?
No, that's not a real thing. That's a non-factor.
That's not a real thing.
That's a non-factor.
Okay, gotcha.
In my opinion,
I feel like that became
because there was absolutely like a moment in time where the pads were like smaller, and then it started getting like a little bigger and a bit more padding and more coverage. But everybody's on that, so it's fine.
Was it that at the time he was using a different type from everyone else?
He was good, man. Like, you can't take it away from him.
Okay.
Yeah, this is an all-factor to me. Yeah.
Okay.
But Patrick Roy was really good, and then there was that game where he was really pissed off, and they let him in the net. And he took like 8 or 9 goals or something, even like threw his arms up to face a shot. He went back to the bench after finally being taken out. And he told Ronald Coré and Mario Tremblay, I'm never playing a game in Montreal again. And they traded him. He went to Colorado and he won a couple of cups, and good for him,
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Mario Tremblay and Ronald Coré, clowns. But what do you want, It was the era. It was the era.
Okay.
Yeah. And what's really exciting right now also is there's a shift in dynamics and in way to approach things. We're not like playing for the ghosts of the Forum anymore. We're not like trying to have this old mentality of like hockey is straight, like rules and decorum and everything. Now we have a young team that's exciting.
Well, what was the narrative right before this? Before you mentioned like where it's going?
Where it's going right now? The Habs were patching holes, and they're like, we're gonna try to make the playoffs instead of destroying everything and reconstructing and trying to get key players and everything. For over 10 years, we had Carey Price. Remember that guy, the goalie? He was godlike, one of the best. Even the league was like, yeah, he's probably like the best goalie here right now. Always like top 5, top 1. But they put nobody in front of him. Just like jobbers, and
didn't build a team around it.
There was no team. There was no offense. So you have a goalie, you have no defense, you have no offense. The guy lets like 1-2 goals a game, but you can't score more than 2. You're not going to win a game if you just score 1 goal every game. You need 3, 4, you need goal scorers, right? So Carey Price didn't have any offense for the longest time. Just jobbers and 30-year-old like people that are like, hey, you're at the end of your career. You want to come and play with us and have a spot? And
were they also doing that thing where sports teams owners are treating it more or less as we're not trying to win, we're trying to build up equity to trade and profit off of the players that we're bringing in, essentially. And it's not about building a team to actually go anywhere. It's about getting high profile players that you can trade for higher amounts of money and playing the economic game more than the actual sport.
We didn't get high profile players.
Okay.
that's definitely a thing that happened. What the teams do when they suck is actually like they'll try to tank, which means have like
play bad.
Not have a great
play
team.
Worse and get a better draft next year.
Exactly. The lower you are in the rankings, the higher chance you have of getting the top pick, like the first round pick when it comes to draft time.
Yeah.
But the Habs were like, yeah, we're gonna try to make it every season. So we're like 8 and we're asked, but we just make it to the playoffs and then we die right away because we don't have a team.
Okay. I also remember there was a big mad moment when PK Subban left.
Yes, and hindsight 2020, I'll say they were right, but we'll never know what would have happened with a different kind of culture here.
Okay,
because Subban was like, he was a good defenseman at first, but he could do some plays that would compromise the team, like try to be too fancy and do a turnover and then they score. That type of thing. I remember when Price and Subban were starting to get hot and they would win a game and they had a thing where they would go and they would do like a triple low 5, just tap, party. Yeah, we in there. And the organization, fucking dinosaurs, they're like, hey, no partying, no celebrating like that. We have to comport ourselves with dignity when we're in the streets and represent people. So all that young shit, all that young energy, they just killed it. And the change that I'm the most happy right now is that right now my team is young. It's full of prospects, up-and-comers, developing players that are young and that look like they're having fun and that look like there's hope actually in the team. Before, whenever the Habs would win, you'd be like, holy crap, they're hot. But you don't want a team that's hot and bad. You want a team that you can trust to be good and be like, yeah, my team is actually good. So it's super exciting that we have a Russian
now.
Yeah, now we have Ivan Demidov. We have like this Russian rookie he's supposed to be a superstar and everybody's hype, and I don't want to blow my load too fast, but the kid is so freaking good. He has hands, he has skates, and we also have Cole Caulfield, Slavkovsky, and we have Nick Suzuki, the captain, and they're young players. They're performing. They pull up. They're clutch. And right now we can go like, hey, the Habs are good. The Habs are actually good. They're not hot, and they're good.
And the understanding I got was that these are all really good players, but they're not finished building the team yet. So they're already good so far with a lot of potential.
Yeah.
But there's still more that can be built.
Because they kicked out Bergevin like 5 years ago, right? And now it's supposed to be rebuild phase. But Hughes has done insane trades and picked up players where it seems like the rebuild is like 3 years ahead of time. We're supposed to win like in 3 years.
Okay.
But we're already like, oh my God, it's so hyped. We're doing pretty good so far.
Okay.
And the weakest part of the team right now is our goalies. And one of our goalies is struggling right now and he's taking a little bit of flack. But hey, it's the beginning of the season, okay? Montembeault, people call him Montembeault. It's funny, haha. Okay. But Montreal is a harsh team. Okay. If you win, we're all with you. If you suck, we're going to tell you in your face that you suck. But take your time, Montembeault. Right now, Dobesh is doing great. We got the other Czech goalie that's here, and he's doing great. He started his last season 5-0. He started this season 5-0, and everybody's like, yo, what is happening? The Habs, there's something going on there, and we have to watch out for that team because they're going places.
So your excitement is not indicating that a Stanley Cup is imminent. It's indicating that the beginning of a team that can get there is starting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And like the Stanley Cup might not be now, but contenders.
Okay.
Contenders.
Okay.
And it's very exciting. Like I said, like the best offensive team that we've had probably since the 80s. And for the first time, we're not relying on the goalie. The goalie sucks. Doesn't matter. The team can still score and win. Never in my life. Never in my life. Like, so yeah, that's pretty hype. That's pretty hype. Yeah. And I don't want to be disappointed. I don't want to like blow. Because like I said, the only difference is before that team would get hot. Or the price would get hot. And it's like, oh shit, that's hype. Let's see what's happening.
Because you can smash cut this conversation.
Yeah, end of the season.
To a punchline.
Yeah.
If you'd like to.
Yeah.
Or, it can be, build up.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, Habs are really, really good at the beginning of the year in October when the other teams are like, they forgot how to play. And they're like, oh, it's the beginning of the year. Let's get into the flow of things. Habs usually are good in October. Last year, they were freaking ass. And at the break after Christmas, we were like near last. And they still made the playoffs with a crazy, insane run.
Okay.
And right now, it's like, oh, baby!
So something that I've seen that it happens more so in I'd say in the NFL and in the NBA. But like, if you're following teams and you're like, well, kind of watching, coverage of what's going on amongst the fans and stuff, there's these like little short hype videos that drop with like sound effects and things that are, like anything like trust the process, when it comes to Philadelphia or. And so like in that video, there's these little edited moments of like defense, with an Inception noise, And I was like, oh, like, do the Habs have these videos? Is this a thing? Like, do you is that a part of your algorithm at all? Of little hype videos of like super highlights with editing and then sound effects and then
the algorithm is like the algorithm is like, yo, look at the hands on Demidov, and it's like him and trading, just moving the puck around and doing things, and like a lot they'll have things too where you get like a really dramatic voice to narrate what's going on, and like you versus the world, you versus your own fears. It's all about this moment. You versus the past. You versus the opportunity. Now, and you're basically doing the inches speech, but you're just getting these little hype moments. You're like to get into whatever the thing is, and they're all like, again, there's the local version for whatever your team, your area, and your slogan, etc. Yeah. But nothing in my algorithm has ever brought anything from the Canadians my way. Yeah.
That was the first. I was like, oh yeah, that's a whole thing that I'm sure is out there.
And there's a whole group, like for every team, there's like 2 or 3 podcasters that after every game they'll analyze the game and give like commentary.
Okay.
Like I don't watch his podcast, but every year that the Leafs lose, I go and check out Steve Dangle, who's like the #1 Leafs fan, and he's having a breakdown. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I came here for, Sad Toronto fans. And it's great,
Man. You know what? I was hearing about the whole what is it? The Guardians of the Cup or so, like the people who have to like walk around and like
with the gloves and carry
and
the cup
make sure
around.
exactly, you know, and there's rules of what you can and can't do because everybody wants to drink out of it. So you got to have somebody whose job it is to clean it out after everyone, whatever people decide to eat or drink out of the Stanley Cup.
Fluids to be
nasty shit.
Don't put a black light on the cup.
You know,
in the off season,
serving up puts in. You know, you know what I mean? Whatever. But there's always an attendant who's ready to take it and clean it and make sure that, you know, whoever wants to touch it and defile it in whatever way. But like, you're allowed to eat fucking. You're allowed to eat mushy peas out of the cup, but what you're not allowed to do is hold it above your head. Right? Only someone who wins with it is allowed to do this. The rules do not dictate that you can't pour the nastiest fucking shit in there and you know, party with it, but at no point are you ever allowed to do the gesture. You know, and shit like that is just like, what? Like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, sure. You know, it's spiritually important, right? As far as I understand, or something to that
tradition.
Effect. Yeah,
don't mess with tradition.
Cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's pretty hype.
Okay.
It's pretty hype. Yeah.
Okay.
And like, we didn't have like a star. We had like has-beens and stars that were supposed to be stars that didn't perform that well. But right now, like, superstar for the first time in years, possibly in Demidov. Suzuki, the captain, he's never missed a game since he started, and he's super reliable, and he's only getting better. Caulfield, what a sick player as well, and Slavkovsky is gonna take his space as well. Lane Hudson was the rookie of the year last year as a defenseman, which is crazy because usually like defensemen, like they're more tame in their results and the work that they do for the team. But he was one of the top defensemen in the league last year. And this year he's just as reliable. He does crazy things like save the puck when the net is empty, do a 2-line pass, and then Caulfield, top of the net. Like, it's so exciting to watch. It's so exciting. Just, yeah, I can't control myself. Yeah. I got goosebumps, you know?
Are you so is this one of those things where are you gonna try to see if you can catch any of it in person if possible, if it's even
that would be fun.
If it's even a possibility.
If I'm lucky, maybe somebody's gonna be like, hey, I got the tickets from the company. That's usually like the play.
The hookup.
Yeah. It's expensive. It's like I think it's like $180 in Montreal.
So
and it's one of the like good towns to go see a hockey game because it's one of the most fun venues, but it's also one of the most popular and in demand. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
So no, I mentioned, but my father and brothers-in-law are big Habs fans. And,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and that live outside of Quebec.
Wow.
You know.
Yeah.
They're big on that, and like whenever shit's popping, there's always like, oh shit, can we come down for a game? Can we come catch one? You know, and like that's been a discussion in the background. And you know, I don't think it's happened in quite a few years or so, but I feel like, you know, if you aren't the one telling me what's going on, then there's always that possibility of being like, oh, they're in town to catch a game because shit's going on, you know, or so.
And it's funny because whenever there's a Habs game, you look at the crowd, not in Montreal, outside Montreal, full of Habs. Full of jerseys going everywhere. Mm-hmm. You hear the "Go Habs Go!"
Yeah,
you know.
No, I mean the you know they're like Franco-Ontarians and Acadians, you know, like French speakers outside of the province.
Yeah.
So like it, you know, it makes sense. Someone just said there's a hockey manga.
Dogs Red, yes. Somebody at UMAD actually recommended that to me, but I didn't look it up. There's a hockey manga, yeah.
No shit. Anything interesting?
I didn't look it up yet, but I heard about it. I heard it was a good one.
Okay, like authentically.
Golden Kamui mangaka.
Golden Kamui. Wait, no, hold on. Isn't that the Golden Kamui? Isn't that about the Ainu?
I believe so.
The mangaka. Oh, the mangaka of the the Golden Kamuy is the one about the Ainu, and the creator is also. Whoa, whoa! That's what are the odds of that? That's crazy. Okay, huh? Because we were talking about the Ainu recently in Yote, and so that came back up as a recommendation. And wait, no, what was it called? Sorry, Dogs
Red in one word.
Okay. Let's see what's going on over here. Dogs Red manga. Okay. It's also a type of red dogs I see is coming up in the image here. Interesting.
Yeah. And as you can see, this was suggested to me recently. Dogs Red and Golden Kamuy.
Oh, both of them at the same time.
Both of them were suggested to me when I went to UMAD.
Okay.
Ultimate Montreal Air Dasher Tournament, which you should try to catch next summer if you ever want to attend a Montreal event. One of the best in Canada.
Interesting.
Yeah, that looks cool.
That's cool.
With the Sherwood and everything. Yeah.
Okay. It's always funny to see, like, it's like, here's your basketball manga by the Vagabond guy. You know? It's like, here's your hockey manga by the Ainu guy, you know, like, interesting. Is it, I guess, is it more real, or is it more Ice Shield 21?
Do they have superpowers?
Do they have, are they seeing super lines, and are they...
I hope it's real.
That'd be interesting. It's more real? Okay. And when I say real, I don't mean realistic. I mean real as in the manga real. Real basketball. Yeah. Fly like the wind. Like dogs pulling a sled. Mush faster. Like that. Okay.
It's all about the technique.
Anime adaptation? Is there okay, I was gonna say, like, is there a protagonist that's like half Japanese, half French?
Yeah.
Is there, like, is there something to it? There's always that mix, like you gotta have the half black, half Japanese basketball guy, or something to that effect, right? Protagonist is a former figure skater.
Jotaro Lemieux.
Okay.
From Jonquière.
I mean, yeah. Looking at these giant people are like, yeah, he's actually 14.
Yeah.
Jean-Luc Sugihara. Dogs Red. Interesting. Okay. It's pretty new. The translation started in 2023 on Viz. Interesting.
Viz is one of the main
Shonen Jump
locations.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty recent.
And is it done, or is it ongoing?
If it started in 2023, I imagine it's ongoing. 6 volumes right now.
With a niche topic like that, I would assume that ongoing. Okay.
Damn.